Hello guys, very good evening and a very warm welcome to yet another super curious and super amazing episode of Curious Minds with me Pritesh, your host, your host and a proud educator from Embibe. Now, we keep hearing this word cold-blooded animals, warm-blooded animals, cold-blooded animals, warm-blooded animals, hibernation, estivation, etc. 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 ये सब है क्या? तो आज कोल्ड ब्लडेड और वार्म ब्लडेड एनिमल्स के बारे में हम डिटेल में जानेंगे कि ये होते क्या हैं, इनके बीच में क्या डिफरेंसेस हैं एंड व्हाट आर देयर एग्जांपल्स. ऑल्सो मैं आपको एक बहुत ही आसान सी ट्रिक बताऊंगा टू रिमेंबर कोल्ड ब्लडेड एंड वार्म ब्लडेड एनिमल्स. सो लेट्स एक्सप्लोर दिस beautiful concept in yet another episode of Curious Minds. I hope you guys are enjoying the series Curious Minds, where I come for you every day at 5:30 from Monday to Friday, 5:30 to 6, with amazing topics where we learn so much, where we explore so much, and where we increase our curiosity. If you are enjoying these videos, make sure that you give this video a big fat thumbs up, share this video with your friends and school WhatsApp groups, and subscribe to the channel because it's absolutely free. And guys, let me also tell you about this amazing Embibe page, which gives you free and unlimited access to test, assignment, study material, question, solution, explanation to solution, books, reference books, NCRTs of any board, any grade, any subject, and that too in any language. So explore the Embibe page, and you can also download the Embibe app, freely available on Google Store and Apple Store. And guys, do not forget to connect with us on Telegram, because Telegram is one such platform where you can get your doubts solved, you get the PDF of the classes, you get updates of whatever is happening on the YouTube channel. So connect with us on Telegram as well. And now let's talk about warm blooded versus cold blooded animals. वो होते क्या हैं exactly? So basically your cold blooded animals are the ones who do not produce their own body heat, and they rely on the environment to get their temperature regulated. They are also called as poikilothermic or ectothermic animals. They are also called as ectothermic animals. ये वो एनिमल्स हैं, यू कैन सी ओवर देयर ओवर हियर, दे लुक वेरी फेरोशियस, लेकिन इनकी क्या खास बात है कि दे कैन नॉट प्रोड्यूस देयर ओन बॉडी हीट. मतलब अगर बाहर बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड है, सो दे विल हैव टू हैव अ प्रोटेक्शन टू प्रोटेक्ट देयर बॉडीज़. अगर बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी है, सो दे विल हैव टू हैव देयर टू प्रोटेक्ट देमसेल्व्स टू अवॉइड द एक्सट्रीम हॉटनेस. तो बाहर अगर बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड है तो भी उन्हें छुप जाना पड़ता है, और बाहर बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी है तो भी उन्हें छुप जाना पड़ता है. दे डू नॉट हैव देयर ओन, देयर बॉडी इज़ नॉट डिज़ाइंड टू हैव इट्स ओन हीट और टू कूल इटसेल्फ, राइट. अब अगर हम एग्जाम्पल्स देखें कोल्ड ब्लडेड एनिमल्स की, तो योर स्नेक्स, क्रोकोडाइल्स एंड फिश. सो बेसिकली द रेप्टाइल्स, right? The reptiles and the birds are examples of cold-blooded animals, and the fish also is an example of cold-blooded animal. Basically, अगर आपको मैं बहुत ही simple सी एक trick बताऊं to understand cold and warm-blooded animals, the basic trick is warm-blooded animals have their own AC and own cooler. हम अपना AC और अपना कूलर साथ में लेके चलते हैं. अगर बाहर बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी है and I am outside in the sun, I'll start sweating. Sweating is a way to cool myself, and that is my own natural AC. Similarly, अगर बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड है बाहर and I'm outside, I'll start shivering, and shivering is my body's mechanism to generate heat. Again, I have my own heater. So the organisms, those who have their own heater and own AC in the body, is called a warm-blooded animal. ठीक है? अब warm-blooded animals, they can produce their own body heat, and they don't need to rely on the environment to regulate their body temperature. They are called homeothermic or endothermic. तो आपके birds, आपके mammals, आपके lions, tigers, horses, basically your mammals and birds, they are examples of warm-blooded animals. They have got their own AC and own heater. Cold-blooded animals do not have their ACs and heaters, and that is why when it is cold, when it is winters, they undergo hibernation. They have to go deep into the soil and protect themselves with the soil so that they do not freeze. And similarly, जब बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी होती है, they undergo estivation, right? तो जो cold blooded animals हैं, उनके कौन से दो mechanisms हैं? You have got hibernation and estivation. एक second. They undergo hibernation in winters and aestivation in summers. Right? Why? To protect themselves from the extreme cold and the extreme heat. They undergo hibernation and aestivation. लेकिन जो वार्म ब्लडेड एनिमल्स हैं, जैसे कि आपके मैमल्स हैं, आपके बर्ड्स हैं, उनमें तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, बिकॉज उनके बॉडी में अपना खुद का हीटर है, अपना खुद का एसी है. जब ठंड बढ़ जाएगी तो दे विल शिवर, एंड जब गर्मी बढ़ जाएगी सो दे विल स्वेट. राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाई they are called as endothermic. Then how do they regulate the body temperature? So what do cold-blooded animals do is, ectothermy is a common thermoregulation technique where an animal will use an external element to control their temperature. For example, an alligator may bask in the sun to increase its temperature. तो कई बार आपने देखा होगा कि जो alligators हैं, जो crocodiles हैं, वो बिल्कुल एक स्टैचू की तरह सन में पड़े रहते हैं ऐसे. Right? I mean, so many times I've seen crocodiles in the national parks, or you know, even in zoos and all, and they are just like stone. They just don't move. वो बिल्कुल एक स्टैचू की तरह रुके रहते हैं एक जगह पर, and basically they are just conserving their energy. They are just taking in the heat from the sun because their bodies cannot generate their own heat. लेकिन जब आप वार्म ब्लडेड की बात करें, they can employ homeothermy to maintain a steady internal temperature, or endothermy to regulate the body temperature by using food energy or shivering to warm the body. Right? As I told you, they shiver. You know, shivering से भी, shivering basically क्या है? Shivering is basically kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy generates heat. आप कोई भी आपके बॉडी के पार्ट को, जैसे इवन इफ यू आर रबिंग योर हैंड्स, जब आप हैंड्स को रब करते हैं तो क्या होता है? हीट जनरेट होती है. सिमिलरली जब आप शिवर करते हैं तो आपकी बॉडी ऑटोमेटिकली हीट होना शुरू हो जाती है. तो शिवरिंग इज अ टेक्निक ऑफ वार्म ब्लडेड एनिमल्स टू जनरेट हीट. दे कैन ऑल्सो जनरेट हीट विद द हेल्प ऑफ द फूड दैट दे ईट. ठीक है? सो दैट इज योर कोल्ड ब्लडेड वर्सेज वार्म ब्लडेड का फूड जनरेशन. इसके अलावा cold blooded animals, they cannot maintain constant body temperature. They vary with the temperature of the surrounding. The rate of metabolism is also different. Whereas warm blooded animals can maintain constant temperature. They have a constant body temperature, and उनके body का metabolism does not change according to the environment. Right? तो क्या होता है जब सर्दियाँ आती है, हम ज़्यादा खाते हैं. Why we eat more? Because our body needs more heat, and to generate more heat we need more food. And that is why in winters we tend to eat more, right? Whereas in summers we eat less. Why? Because our body is slow. The body slows down because it's so hot outside that the body slows down, and we just tend to have more and more of fluids. So automatically you will see that in summers your diet becomes less, whereas in winters your diet becomes more. ठीक है? Then do you know that cold-blooded animals like lizards, turtle or alligators bask in the sun to raise their body temperature? When it gets too warm, they move into the shade, take a dip in the water, or burrow under a rock or into the ground to cool off. So you know, even to get heat, they go inside the ground. Even to get warmth, they go inside the ground. Right? So हमारे अर्थ में इतने सारे organisms रहते हैं, so many rodents, so many snakes and turtles and all. So many of them live in the first few layers of the soil to get the optimum amount of heat or to get the warmth. Extreme changes in environmental temperatures can be fatal to the cold-blooded animals. As water temperature increases, oxygen content is reduced. Raising the temperature from 41 to 95 degree Fahrenheit will cut the oxygen level in half. A fish experiencing this drastic rise in temperature must pump twice as much water across its gills to get the same amount of oxygen it received when the temperature was lower. The increased activity also increases the fish's need for oxygen, which compounds the problem. As a result, the fish may die from a lack of oxygen, not heat. You know, thermal pollution. थर्मल पोल्यूशन एक फॉर्म ऑफ पोल्यूशन है जिसमें वाटर का टेम्परेचर बढ़ जाता है. अब जब वाटर का टेम्परेचर बढ़ता है तब वाटर में ऑक्सीजन की कमी हो जाती है. जब वाटर में ऑक्सीजन की कमी होने लगती है तो फिश को बहुत ज़्यादा फास्ट ब्रीदिंग करनी पड़ती है ताकि वो ऑक्सीजन उस वाटर में से डिराइव कर सके. एंड ये जद्दोजहद जो फिश करती है ताकि उसे ऑक्सीजन मिले, इसमें कई बार फिश लूज देयर लाइफ. सो if due to thermal pollution the aquatic life has died, it is not because of the heat, it is because of the lack of oxygen in the water. राइट तो इसलिए बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी से भी एक्वेटिक लाइफ मर जाती है बिकॉज द ऑक्सीजन लेवल इन द वाटर रिड्यूसेस एंड व्हेन द ऑक्सीजन लेवल रिड्यूसेस दे हैव टू ब्रीथ very very fast and because they breathe so fast their bodies are not that complex that it can take this kind of intensity or stress and as a result they die. So in thermal pollution the aquatic organisms die not because of the heat but because of the lack of oxygen that has occurred due to the heat in water. ठीक है चलो so that was amazing guys. With that we come to the end on cold versus warm blooded animals. I hope you guys enjoyed the learning and it was quite awakening. If you did guys, do not forget to spread the word about Curious Minds where I come every day from Monday to Friday at 5:30 only on Embibe Achieve CBSE 6 to 8 with everyday beautiful amazing mind blowing topics of Curious Minds. And until we meet next, this is Pritesh, your host, your dose and a proud educator from Embibe signing off for now. Take care of yourselves, stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed. See you tomorrow at 5:30. Until then, keep imbibing. We believe in you.
Keep imbibing. We believe in you.